Hey guys, just so you know, I'm not ignoring you. I know I've promised some people who follow me or on my email list. I know I'm promising certain videos like a documentary on the effects that emotions have on faces and stuff like that. I really want to do more exciting videos soon. This is just a video to just talk about the effects emotions have on energy levels. So what's really interesting about the healing practice that I do with people's relationships and dating and stuff like that is I've started to apply it. You know, you probably heard me talk about it a million fucking bajillion squillion times, calling loving your way through it. But I've started to apply this process to other parts of my life. For example, energy levels. I had to work all night. If you follow me on Instagram, at Awesome Charm, I talk a lot about this, or occasionally, just because I'm sometimes in places where I'm not given the luxury of sleep. Like life has led me to this position where I'm often forced to not sleep sometimes. So sometimes, and not even that, like for example, I have friends who went off to do surgery. You know, they decided surgery was not what they wanted to go, but I'm talking to them about this stuff, and they're like, "Man, that's fucking harsh what you're doing." So my current lifestyle, due to work, is leading me to constantly switch sleeping schedules, which is a little bit silly, you know, like, so it's like one day I won't sleep all night, the next day I will, you know. It's much easier, according to my friends who've been forced to like work, you know, 2 days in a row and stuff like that, or on call or whatever, because of medicine. It's much easier when you know what you're going to do, but because of my current lifestyle, it's really fucking interesting and difficult to be forced to switch sleeping schedules all the goddamn time. So through the process of loving my way through it, I uncovered a little mindset shift that really might help or might not help, or I don't know. But I really want to share this idea that we get emotionally fatigued way before we get physically fatigued. Now, I'm sharing this, like, to me, it's like it's a fucking way of life, but I realize that there are some people out there that might get some benefit out of this, right? So I know, now, this is not the physiological thing, right? So I know people talk about circadian rhythms, the effects that sleep have on us and what the benefits are and all this sort of stuff, but this is just if by chance you are forced into a position where you aren't given the luxury of sleep. Know that the process of you going through a phase where you're like, oh God, I'm so goddamn tired. Oh shit, oh Jesus Christ, I gotta sleep. That is like an emotional bleeding. It's like you've got to feel those things, you know, and dare I say love them. So you could say, I love this, I love feeling this, it's really painful this, or I love feeling pain, or I love feeling tired, or I love feeling fatigued. You know, we want to learn to love and accept and surrender to all the feelings that we're feeling. But eventually what's really interesting is you get to a point where you're no longer fatigued by the traditional sense. And it's really interesting. You will no longer get fatigued by the traditional sense, because what most people are fatigued by is their emotions. Is that there is so much holding them back that they want to move forward, and it's stopping them from being who they're meant to be and doing what they're meant to do. And especially when you have those thoughts in your head, I gotta sleep, I gotta sleep, I gotta sleep. So what happens is we do get emotionally fatigued far beyond much sooner before we get physically fatigued, you know? And then once you start to get past that emotional fatigue, you learn what real physical fatigue is. It's that someone being like, hey, catch, and you're like, what? And then it hits you in the head. You know, it's the delayed reactions. I would say you know you're fatigued when you have delayed reactions. You know, there have been books and stuff that have all written on this. Right now, even I'm noticing this, like in myself, like there's things I'm thinking and things I'm saying, and there's like a delay. But what happens is what's really, really, really interesting is as you go down this path, you actually learn how to operate in that level. So your little neurons, right? Your little neurons who are used to operating at this level where they're like, oh, we've got sleep. Suddenly when you don't have those energy levels, it's like it feels right. It feels like this, and it looks like this, and you can picture it like this. That other parts of you have to learn to function better. Other parts of you, deeper parts of your personality, deeper parts of your sense of self have to operate to be the person you were meant to be. Which means when you do have the sleep, your confidence is almost unshakable. Your sense of self, because you've been through shit. So, this is this video. As always, if you're interested in work with me one-on-one, I only work with very few select people. You can get that at sharamdamdarian.com, link in the description. I've also got self-love meditation and the 7 Days to Better Connections. They're online courses. The self-love meditation is just one meditation. That's a sample. You can always check those out. Check those out now. And if you're interested in more videos like this, subscribe and leave a comment and tell me about a time you were really goddamn tired. Because I love this shit. I gotta know. Let me know. And let me know when you realize that you weren't as tired as you have been. If by chance you ever had that realization. For me, I once realized that actually, if I've only had like 2 hours sleep and I need to like work all night or not operate on a person, but operate. You can tell now I'm actually getting like a bit like, okay, now it's time for bed. I've noticed... I'm done. I'm fucking done. All right, cool. Talk to you soon.